Okay, glad you're still watching Science Breakfast with me, Alan Hubbard, and the sign language interpreter this morning is Gideon Minor. In studio, we are with Professor Fred Ogola, and we are dissecting the stories that are making headlines in the country this morning. First half, we spoke about the Standard. Second half, we spoke about the Nation. And right now, we want to touch on a bit of stories that are making headlines in the country. And Professor, we want to start it off with Edwin Sifuna. Yes. Breathing fire this side, and then jubilation on the other side. One time he's saying, I can never support this man. The other time he's reading a statement that fully supports the government. Is Sifuna right now in a catch-22, or he's just confused and he doesn't know what he wants as a man and also as a Secretary General of ODM?
Yeah, first of all, you have to understand that why did Sifuna qualify as one of ODM's longest-serving
Secretary Generals?
Also, you have to understand who was there before him. Ababu Namwamba was in that position.
Yes.
And Ababu Namwamba went to Parliament and carried the Bible when he was being sworn in, I remember.
Yeah.
When Kibaki had won the election. And when he was being sworn in as MP, he said, I pledge my loyalty to the President Raila Amolo Odinga.
Yes.
I think remember that one.
Yes.
That was Ababu Namwamba.
Yes.
Where
yes.
is Ababu Namwamba now?
He tried to be a CS. Right, I think right now he has an ambassadorial post.
Yes, he is in Raila's chief opponent's cabinet or government, and there was a CS. So that's what it is for you, legacy politicians. That's why Gen Zs hate these people. You know, there is no consistency.
Yeah.
Alan, mark my word. Consistency beats intensity. So Raila, Sifuna is an intensity politician.
Yeah.
He lacks consistency. And therefore, he's not making traction either with ODM, neither is he making traction with the Gen Z, neither is he making traction with the opposition, not with himself. If you're not consistent man, you can never make traction. So Sifuna is simply the typical SG of a party. When the party's interest is to breathe fire,
you breathe fire.
When the party's interest to pour cold water, they pour cold water. And he's doing it very well. So I can tell you, Sifuna is the best.
At least he's consistent at his job.
Yes, he's the best SG ODM has, because Sifuna does not speak from his mind. You know, SG of a party cannot have a mind of its own.
You have to suspend it.
You have to suspend your mind. You have to suspend your thinking. So, as far as I'm concerned, that day, Sifuna had got the brief from the owner of the party to breathe fire. Then, after breathing fire, they were calling what? For a press conference. Remember, these events are not a coincidence.
Yes.
You go and see TV, breathe fire until the nation is breathing fire.
Yes.
Then, immediately, you go for this meeting. Then Raila announces there will be a very serious statement coming out of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you ask me, what is it that was read in that press statement that you have never heard?
Usual stories.
So then why was that press statement so important? I was on a TV show that morning somewhere, and someone was making noise how something is going to change. Nothing changed, not even the air we breathe. It remained the same.
Yes.
So Sifuna is simply speaking what he has been sent to do.
Does he have the capacity to leave ODM, as he says?
Well, I mean, not now. If Sifuna wanted to leave ODM, the most opportune moment, which he lost that window, is after the Citizen show. That morning, we were expecting there will be two press conferences. One for ODM and one for Sifuna.
Yes.
And I even said it in the show that morning. If Sifuna left ODM that morning and jumped into a party even called Sifuna.com, that party could be a force in one day. But you see what's happening? The power has been taken away from him. So now he has been seen as someone who can blow hot and cold. And if you look at his statement yesterday, when I don't know, they were in Kakamega somewhere in Western, he said that he will only leave ODM when ODM endorses William Ruto and he's told to read it. And he has done it. He was asked after his press statement, Sifuna, in short, what are you saying? And he said, we are 100% Dr. William Ruto until 2027 and beyond, isn't it? And if you look at what is happening there, he's trying to join this young, I don't know that I can call them young. Caleb Amisi is how old? Those are young, isn't it?
Yes.
If they are young, then me, I'm still a toddler. But see, those young people, Wamushomba, they are saying now they are young.
Yes.
Wakamamisi, they are young. Babu Wino, young, isn't it?
Yeah.
Those young people.
Yeah.
He was joining them, but I can tell you, the Sifuna is torn between two things. Is he with the politicians that are 70 and above, or he wants to identify with the emerging leaders like Wakina Amisi, Caleb Amisi, Wakina Babu Owino, and all those people?
Yeah.
And you saw there were some people that were even people like this guy Nyamita, who are confessing strongly they are in ODM.
Yes.
And they are supporting William Ruto until 2032.
Yes.
He was also in that meeting. So it's also to tell you that young leadership is as confused as ODM also. Because I would have envied them if they were completely clean from the Ruto, let's say, baggage.
Yes.
But you see, when you see Nyamita there, you see Sifuna there, you see Caleb Amisi there, Caleb completely is clear that he's against, is out of ODM and he can leave anytime now.
Yes.
And he said ODM could even remove him if they want. And it's clearly that he's anti-William Ruto.
Yes.
Nyamita has confessed to support William Ruto until 2032. He might even run on UDA in his urge to become the governor of Migori.
Yes.
And here we are having Sifuna, who is blowing from two sides. So even that is a non-starter. You see also Wamushomba, who was sometime anti-Gachagua when Gachagua was in government.
Yes.
When Gachagua left government, he was 100% behind Gachagua.
Yes.
Then recent, of course, he confessed Gachagua is a tribalist. Now he's with these young people.
Yes.
So the confusion we have is that everybody is not genuine. They are just looking for survival. And Sifuna is doing this because I can tell you, there's something Raila Odinga still wants from Ruto's government. No, yes. Raila's appetite never really gets satisfied.
He has an insatiable appetite.
Yes, so Raila is still looking for something. And I think Raila is looking to become the deputy president.
Is that even possible?
It is possible. Was it possible for Kindiki to become deputy president? Was it possible to impeach Gachagua? Was it possible for Raila to become a prime minister in a constitution that was not there? Everything is possible because where there is a will, there is a way. The only person still stopping this from happening is William Ruto. Remember, even there's a time when Raila Odinga was supposed to be unveiled as a prime CS. He was supposed to take Musalia Mudavadi's
position.
But then Raila believed that's a position less superior to him. Then Ruto even said, why don't I elevate Gladys Wanga? But the issue is, if you elevate Gladys Wanga above Raila, then you have killed Raila when he's alive. Yeah. Because Raila has to remain the supremo for his community. For his community. So at the moment, there's a lot of dilemmas. Also, Raila knows very well that he is approaching the sunset days of his political career. So you do not walk in this political sunset with too many emerging forces. Yeah. So sometimes Raila can decide that ODM would rather die if someone can emerge from it than to dethrone his supremo in his era. So everybody is having dilemma. Raila has a dilemma. You know, towards the end of a transitional, people do not know we're having a transitional government. We're having a transitional government in two sides. One, opposition, because Raila has been the leader of opposition for the first 5 decades. Yes. William Ruto is also facing a transition because people believe he might not win a second term. So these are very difficult times in government. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Lastly, the meeting that happened at State House and the former president, Uhuru Kenyatta, was seen in jubilation. What was considered jubilation with the current president, William Ruto? Politically, what do you read into that?
Alan, I've gone on air and said that in Kenya we have 2 tribes. Don't tell me about rich and poor, because we are not poor. Kenya should be a first-class nation. We have 2 tribes. One tribe is the looters and the looted. So,
Professor, I thought you were about to go tribal.
No.
I held my horses just to wait and hear the tribes that we have in the country.
Fred Ogola, who has made me not lose. have been made by Kenyans of goodwill.
Yes.
I do consultants. That's how I'm surviving.
Yes.
I get consultants from Kikuyus, from Merus,
yes,
from Canvas,
yes,
from some Luos, from some Luyas. They call me just because of my qualification. And they call you.
And your ability to
there's
deliver.
no tribal undertone.
Yes.
They just want an expert in
that line.
Yes, Kenyans don't have this thing called tribes. It is us who bring it when it is convenient. So we only have two tribes.
Yes.
Looters
and the looted.
And I'm saying the day looters, the looted will
Yes.
come together, they will change this country. So when you saw these two people coming together, so I'm giving you two theories.
Yes.
So there's a theory that Ruto has been looting the country.
Yes.
So they brought in this new story.
Yes.
That Uhuru had looted more than he did.
Yes.
With the expressway and all this SGR
yes.
and the rest.
Yeah.
So then Uhuru feared. So when he was invited, yes, when he was invited to State House, he came to show friendship with a fellow looter. So that's one theory.
Yes.
So that one school of thought.
Yeah.
You know, as a scholar, we just give you schools
hypothesis.
of thought. The second school of thought, what brought him was that it's very clear that Uhuru was the one tricking Ruto.
Yes.
To look like he's his friend, isn't it? But Uhuru knows the game plan.
Yes.
That this man is a one-term.
Yes.
And that Uhuru cannot galvanize the Mount Kenya community behind him. So the way that somebody explained to me, someone very close to the former president, and also somebody who has been very good with the provincial administration, told me that the most likely situation is that the person who's going to get the better of the other is Uhuru.
Yes.
Because he asked me the question, between Uhuru and Ruto, whom do you think is smart and astute? Who is more of smart and astute? Uhuru is. And they said that in that conversation, Uhuru knows exactly what he was going to get. And he's going to get it. And Ruto thought that by having a photo session with this man, he was going to undo the Gachagua narrative. Remember, Gachagua went to Mount Kenya and was saying that, was shouting at Ruto, stop sending your people to insult Uhuru. And Gachagua was speaking like he's now the spokesman for Uhuru's
for the Uhuru family, yes.
And was speaking like he owns Uhuru. And was speaking like Uhuru is
nominated him
to defend him. So when William Ruto brought Uhuru to State House, he was telling them, hey, checkmate. Hey, who is here?
Yes.
So will Gachagua going to go to Mount Kenya and start fighting? Because Gachagua believes every time he seems to be fighting for Uhuru, his sins against Uhuru is being forgiven. And then secondly, Mount Kenya people start warming up to him. Because Gatundu has to warm up to him. Remember this thing between Gatundu and Nyeri? Kiambu and Nyeri, those things, across River Sagana, those kind of things. So he's trying to coalesce people around himself, including those who love Uhuru Kenyatta. So Ruto's strategy was to show him, hey, my brother, this is my former friend. I have brought him back to where he belonged. We once worked here, through and through. And that's the problem. And I want to tell you something, Alan. Forget about these politicians. Let me tell you, we have a problem in this country where people cannot change anything. Whenever they fail to deliver to Kenyans, then they come back and make friends with the old friends. Ruto said very well, he inherited a dilapidated economy.
What are you doing shaking hands with a person who dilapidated that economy?
If he's honest, why are you doing it with me? I don't want to focus on Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta is a president I respect. You can say anything. Uhuru Kenyatta managed the country in some situations some people could have not. COVID, man, isn't it? There was instability in Uhuru's government when Raila was all over the place. He navigated through it. Uhuru Kenyatta proposed BBI, Building Bridges Initiative, to build bridges. So I respect him for those things. I also know he has his own flaws, just like I have mine, isn't it? You have yours, Alan.
A million and
because no one is a finished project until we go back to the Almighty. My concern was that if Ruto really believes that he inherited a dilapidated economy, corruption began then, debt began with these people, economy began with these people, healthcare died in this people's hands, education is managed by these people. Why are you working with him to State House? Isn't it? Why don't you sit down in your office and actually craft a way forward out of this crisis? You get me? Because, Alan, If somebody mismanaged our journey from here to Canaan, isn't it? Do you invite them to be the one who, to direct you?
No.
You cannot invite the person who has taken us to Mogadishu instead of Canaan to show you how to go to Canaan. So Ruto should be taking us to Canaan. If he doesn't know the route to Canaan, he cannot invite someone who lost the way. I'm not saying Uhuru Kenyatta lost the way. I'm simply trying to say that we need to think differently about these people. We should never use statecraft or state machineries as a way to enrich ourselves.
Yes.
And lastly, I don't know why people are concerned about the construction of State House and the rest. And Alan, I'm sorry to tell you, I am so sad that Uhuru and that President Ruto refused to go back to work from Harambee House. It's a very sad thing. You know, people don't think that this is a serious issue, but the fact that the president started working from State House and has never went to Harambee House to work from there, there's a crisis. Remember the handshake between Uhuru and Raila happened in front of Harambee House,
yes,
which is the official office of the president. Do you know why we have moved official office of the president from Harambee House to State House?
No.
It's for business. Let me tell you, State House has how many gates? 3 gates.
So many.
3.
Yes.
There's gate A, there's gate B, and there's gate C. Now, Uhuru entered through gate A because that was official, isn't it? Now, if you want to go to State House, if you want to see the president or even drop a letter to him, you have to go to State House, isn't it? So if you want to go through State House, gate A, it can take you 6 months to a year when you write a letter.
To get clearance.
Official letter.
Yes.
Gate B, you pass through gate B if you know somebody who passes through gate house. For example, unaweza shika skati ya mtu ama trouser ya mtu. Akupitishe. Sivyo? That can take you maybe a month or 2, isn't it? Gate C is a gate of brokers. They don't know you, you don't know them, you pay so much money and you enter. And I can tell you, the entry fee through gate C is 1 million.
$1 million?
Yes, you pay 1 million. Now, if you have 1 million today, I can show you photos. You can be having photos tomorrow in the afternoon instead.
With the president?
Yeah, with the president. Even someone contacted me today. I'll show you after this show. Professor, how can I go through State House? I told them, Gate A, I know it might take 6 months to 1 year. If you have that time, you can start applying. Gate B, if you know someone who goes, hold their skirt or their trouser. Gate C, if you have 1 million shillings, there are brokers who can let you go. So when you see this expansion of State House that was being shown to Uhuru Kenyatta, it is offices of brokers. Kuna mtu kazi yake is only to welcome those brokers. When you hear someone being called State House controller or State House deputy controller, one of them is my former student, Josephat Nanok, deputy State House controller. What's their work? Is to collect those taxes. They are tax collectors when you want to enter. What are they doing? What does State House controller do? To control who comes in
and out of State House.
Which gate? Gate C mostly, isn't it? Because the gate B, you address the one in charge of public service. You write to Felix Kosgei if you want to see the president now. But I'm sad. Had the president be operating from State House, it could be an open door policy.
From
whereby,
House.
If you are an investor from London, from the US, from China, Japan, you come through the office working hours. Do you know the president office working hours? From what time to what time? You, Alan, you know you are reporting time and leaving time. You have your time to be on the show. You have your time to do your research. You have your time to do meetings within the science, isn't it? The president, does he have an office hour? As a VC, as a DVC, where I am, I have my office hours. When I was a professor, there were hours when students could just knock in and find me. Open door policy. We should have this in Harambee House. Harambee House,
because at State House you cannot control that.
State
House, we meet in Harambee House. I like you, then let's
area. You can be shot one leg, isn't it? But Harambee House, there's no one leg. You just go in. So how can we have a president that if you meet him, you can't? There's no clear way to meet him. But if for him, he can shout on TV everywhere and tell you all these things. So for me, the walk in State House was a waste of time, Kenyans. Don't be distracted. We should demand, can our president have working hours when it can be met. Like in the MPs have working hours in their constituencies,
yes,
where people can go and give their concerns to them.
Yes.
Governors the same. Senators have their offices the same. Even CEOs of banks, like you want to go see KCB, you just go on the office working hours, you'll be told the secretary is there, they can ask whether there's an appointment or not. Sometimes if there's no appointment, they tell you, please come on this day, they give you an appointment, isn't it? If you have no appointment, you can be like, okay, please, you can see him, isn't it? I've seen so many CEOs in Kenya. How can we have a president whom you cannot see, where there's no mechanism to see? Do you know, I had written a letter to all state lodges that I wanted to have a meeting with the president, and the inspector general sent me a letter back telling me why I cannot be allowed such a thing, isn't it?
Yes.
I wanted just to send a petition to him about the issue of waiving the help, isn't it? Waiving all these things or letters, I don't know. So many things that are barriers for youth unemployment. I was written a letter, I have an official letter from the Inspector General that I cannot be allowed to go to protected areas. How can a president reside and work from a protected area? How can Kenyans access you? Then you continue expanding it, and only brokers can enter through. Do you know, by the way, if you go to State House, even now, if you pass there, you'll find that in front of Gate A, there's even a parking place where there are so many cars that are parked outside, meaning inside has too many cars already, isn't it? Why is State House becoming a place for brokerage and making business? Called scene of crime. How many deals have been signed in State House? And in fact, that's why there was an uproar about the government seal moving to State House. Because from Harambee Avenue, not very far from AG's office, if they say seal could move from there, stamp something in State House, in the President office, and go back. Now everything must be inside State House. These people are not working for Kenyans. They are doing their private business. And mark my word, maybe, and just maybe, whatever Uhuru Kenyatta was discussing with William Ruto, as my third theory, had nothing to do with the Kenya, had nothing to do with what Kenyans think. It had only one thing to do with the two of them.
All right, my takeaway from this conversation today, we have two tribes, those who are looting and those who are being looted. And the looted would need to stand up to speak against the looters. That has been Professor Ogolla this morning, and I've been your host, Alan Hubbard, sign language interpreter, Gideon.